Hip-hop since 1987.com.
We're back live at Phillips Arena. The 2016-17 NBA All-Star break is over, and our Atlanta Hawks are back here at home and ready to take off. The Atlanta Hawks currently stand with a record of 32-24, and tonight they'll be hosting Dion Waiters, Hassan Whiteside, and the 25-32 Miami Heat. Now, earlier in the season in Miami, the Heat handed the Hawks a very tough loss, so I'm quite sure the Hawks will be looking for a little bit of revenge this evening. Make sure you stay tuned to Hip Hop since 1987 as we'll be bringing you a full recap of tonight's game, as the Hawks are also throwing things back with the old 70s blue uniforms. Will be in action tomorrow night in Orlando, and the Heat will also be in action tomorrow night as they'll be taking on the Pacers. Make sure you stay tuned to Hip Hop since 1987. Follow El Dorado and Danny Digital for all your NBA and Atlanta Hawks updates.
At guard, 6'3" from Slovenia, number 7, Goran Dragic. At guard, 6'4" from Syracuse, number 11, Dion Waiters. At forward, 6'5" from Kansas State, number 17, Rodney McGrew. At forward, 6'9" from Nevada, number 5, Babbitt. And at center, 7 feet from Marshall. For your Atlanta! At guard, 6'3" from Virginia Tech, number 5, Malcolm Delaney. At guard, 6'5" from Old Dominion, number 24, Kid At forward, 6'6" from Michigan, number 10, Tim Hardaway Jr. At forward, 6'8" from Louisiana Tech, number 4, Paul Millsap. And at center, 6'11" from Southwest Atlanta Christian Academy, number 8, Atlanta's own Dwight Howard. The head coach of your Atlanta Hawks is Mike Budenholzer. This is the ATL. Hawks fan, make some noise for Go Atlanta Hawks.
Second half of the 2016-17 NBA season is in full strength now that the All-Star break is over. However, things did not kick off for our Atlanta Hawks the way that we may have wanted it to. The Atlanta Hawks fell tonight to the Miami Heat 108-90. The Miami Heat have moved on to a record of 26-32. As far as our Atlanta Hawks are concerned, they now stand at a record of 32-25, and they'll be looking to rebound as they head on the road tomorrow to face the Orlando Magic. The Miami Heat will also be back in action tomorrow on a double-double as they'll be taking on the Indiana Pacers. For our Atlanta Hawks tonight, All-Star Paul Millsap was big with 21 points. His 21 points were just not enough to get it done. Dennis Schroder did miss the game. He was suspended. It was a suspension that came from the Atlanta Hawks due to not returning back from the All-Star break in time. So hopefully he'll be in action tomorrow night and the team will get back to full strength. As far as the Miami Heat were concerned, Philly's own Dion Waiters was very big. He put up 14 points with 10 assists, and his drives to the paint and dishes were actually some of the things that hurt the Hawks tonight and helped the Heat come up with a big win. Make sure you stay tuned to Hip Hop since 1987. Follow Terrell Thomas and Danny Digital for all your NBA and Atlanta Hawks updates.
Miami continues to play, high-level basketball, both ends of the court. A lot of credit to them. Their players are doing a great job. For the first quarter, we hung with them. Felt like with a couple breaks, we maybe could have, been up in the first quarter. The second quarter, just 38 points defensively is, 38 in the second quarter. You look at the clips at halftime. A lot of it's just, basic transition defense. They're getting inside us and finishing the paint. They're getting inside of us and hitting open threes. And we got to do a better job of keeping the ball in front of us. And offensively, I think we could be a lot better. But just was an ugly game for us.
I was going to ask you about, because it looked like the strategy was to switch the pick and rolls in order to keep them
Yeah, I think at times, I think we switched probably maybe a little more than usual tonight. And then, sometimes just in a one-on-one situation, right now they're doing a great job of driving the ball. They're doing a great job of just kind of getting a shoulder, getting an edge. And but then they're lots of times driving it to kick. And, but they finish enough and they kick enough. They're doing a great job of balancing it. And we just, we talked about it coming out of the break. And, it's just coincidental that tonight we played a team that's, I think an emphasis, but we got to do a better job of keeping the ball in front of us.
You only had 14 assists. Is that a symptom, you think, of your poor offense?
Yeah, I do think that, credit to them. I don't feel like it was a real sharp game for us. I don't think we were crisp. But I do think they're playing, very, very good defense. And so it was a little bit of both. I don't think we were very good. And, we maybe had some opportunities. And I think the free throws, early just kind of, obviously wasn't very close. But, maybe the game is different if we're making free throws and maybe have a lead and that type of thing.
Without Dennis, and then when you went a lot, obviously, with the point guard back committee type thing we talked about, were you happy with that, how that worked? Or
I think we'd probably, be good to look at the film, and I don't think it was that, necessarily, the playing the group with, Bays and Tim and Tabo or those guys. Just collectively, we weren't very good tonight. So, I don't think to pinpoint it on any one group or any one kind of combination would probably not be very good.
Just big picture too, coming out of the All-Star break, this is probably not the way you wanted to. Something lost in the message.
No, I think sometimes coming out of the break, things are ugly. I've seen it both ways. Obviously, they were sharp, they were great. I think, we've got to play a lot better tomorrow night. And, I thought we practiced well the last couple of days, and we just weren't very good tonight.
So, Ersan is that you?
Yeah, I thought, the more he played in that second half, it looked like he was getting a little more comfortable and doing some of the things. And, I think we have a lot of confidence that he's going to be able to help us. And in some ways, to get him some extended minutes tonight was, kind of maybe a little bit of at least a bright spot.
Feel more comfortable as it went on. Yeah, I think it's all about rhythm. When I find the rhythm, kind of play consistently as far as just, the basketball instinct just kick in as far as just move the ball and, be able and try to make the shots.
So just tonight's game, tough as just kind of struggled this way.
This is the time of the year, when you come out of the All-Star break, obviously you have to, come up ready. Otherwise, it's after 6-5 days off, kind of you have to bring a lot of energy. I think the overall as far as just they overrun us, and obviously when you look at we was poorly defensively. They shoot 45% from 3-point line. I mean, this is unacceptable as far as if you play like that way. It's hard to win the games. And we have to be more aggressive, defensive end. I think offensively we cannot try to figure out the things more forward.
Did you guys seem to struggle to get into your offense a little bit?
Yeah, like I said, when you get a ball out of basket all the time and put it in, it's hard to run offense. We couldn't get the stops. I think we were looking this team before. We were much stronger on the transition offense. And it's like I said, when you shoot a high percentage, they got all the rhythm of the offense.
I was going to sharpen some things up on the floor, but just in his, shots, they shot the ball really well. We didn't. Thought we got a lot of great looks, throughout the game. And it's just a tough loss, tough matchup for us all year, so we got to give them credit.
What is it about Miami? Last time we saw them, they were on that win streak, then they cooled off. But what were different in the first two meetings?
They play with aggression you don't see on a nightly basis. A super physical team, really into you defensively and offensively. They share the ball. They really drive it. Thought Dion Waiters did a good job tonight getting in the paint and finding his teammates and just collapsing the defense. And they made a ton of shots. Tyler Johnson had a heck of a night too. So like I said, you gotta give him credit. And we got one tomorrow. So just see if we can pick that one up.
First quarter, you all hung in there, had the lead even for a time. How much did the mentality affect you of missing some big shots and then especially free throws strung together?
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on your defense. It doesn't matter how good your defense is, you're going to score the ball, and it's going to be tough to beat teams. I think we had a 15-point quarter, if I'm not mistaken. So I think we got to sharpen that up, but, we're close. I mean, the ball was moving. We got shots we wanted, just didn't fall for us.
You're always a big advocate on ball movement with this team. 14 assists tonight. Yeah. Is that an area that you pinpoint?
Yeah, I think if we would have made shots, then it would have been a lot larger. I think we made all the right plays out there. Guys been aggressive, and just shots didn't fall. You have those nights. Only thing with us has been more than one. So we got time, man. I still think we're a really, really good team. Once we figure it out and get clicking, because it's only a matter of time. We can't keep missing the boat every night. So I think once it clicks, then we'll start rolling.
Break for the stretch run. Kind of what went wrong there?
They just scored more points than us, and we lost.
Were there defensive issues, I guess, in them scoring more points than you?
No. They hit a lot of shots. We didn't. That's why they won.
What's the mindset then for the final 25?
The mindset?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to put this one away. You wanted to start strong in the second half.
Win the next game. That's the mindset. This game is over with.
Is this an easy one to flush?
I don't think no games are easy to flush. Just got to get ready for tomorrow.
It looked like defensively the plan was to try to keep them in front of you, switching on pick and rolls. What were they able to do then? They hit a lot of threes on you.
They had a lot of threes. We missed a lot of shots. So we got to get ready for the next one.
8 shots.
Oh, man, we just taking what the defense give us. Just moving the ball, playing very unselfish, and just taking what they give us. And like I said, teammates, everybody was out there making plays and knocking shots down.
Yeah, it looks like you guys are able to combine the two things that you want. Playing the type of defense you want at the same time as playing this potent offense. What was it specifically defensively that got you to that position with the Hawks?
I mean, just playing hard, man. Just coming in off the break. We just wanted to get picked back up where we left off at. And, we needed this one. And, they was out of the guy at night. That's no excuse for us. As long as we was locked in and played the way we know we were supposed to play. And most important, just get out of there with the win.
You mentioned the need, because that rally yesterday noted that identified that with playoffs there comes pressure. And trying to get to it, there's that. And so these types of wins over the next 25, now 24 games are just that. You're going to feel that way every night. You need that win.
Every game will be a playoff game. Teams are trying to fight for positions, for seedings, and things like that. So we flying on the radar, just creeping up, slowly creeping up. We make noise when we get there and we in the playoffs and things like that. But right now we're gonna continue to fly under the radar, continue to just win, and that's the most important thing, man. Just getting these wins, just keep piling them up, and make sure we get better every day.
What was most impactful from the side standpoint? You only made one shot, but his rebounding, his defensive presence, obviously
dominant. Every night is gonna be somebody else's night. You gotta understand that. You gotta we use something over here called share success. I mean, be happy for someone else's success also. And tonight, White didn't score the ball, but he impacted the game defensively and he rebounded and changed the game in many different ways and not just scoring. And tomorrow he might have a big night scoring. You just never know on this team, and that's what we preach every day. As long as we come in with that same mindset of just sharing success, man. Everybody get a piece of the pie.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah. 14 points tonight, 10 assists. Yeah. Very aggressive going up against the Hawks. Can you talk to me about how they were playing you this evening?
They played me like any other team, I guess. I just missed a couple easy ones that I normally make, and it happens. But first game back off the break, to get a big time win like this feel good, and being able to get my teammates involved is that's what's important, not the scoring part.
Although you were saying a minute ago you guys are flying under the radar, you guys are actually one of the hottest teams in the NBA. You've been winning consecutively. What has changed from the beginning of the season?
We're healthy. We got a chemistry. We know one another as far as what we do on the floor, and it makes it easy. Like I said, everybody know their role coming in. The guys on the bench, things like that, and we come right in and they pick up right where we left off at. So it makes everything easy for us.
First game today. Tomorrow you have a back-to-back against Indiana. What do you guys going to need to do to keep the intensity?
Oh man, we know it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight, especially with a team like that, physicality. We know they're going to bring it. We're going to bring it. And most important, we just got to take care of home court.
Thanks, Joe.
No problem.
Hip Hop since 1987.com.